Have you ever been told to stop doing something? You know, as a kid, I used to hate it when people would say that to me. I mean, after all, how dare they actually tell me what to do? I guess it was probably that rebellious child in me, but a lot of times when people would say that, I would continue to do it no matter what, just to spite them. But now, as an adult, I have a totally different way of thinking about people telling me to stop doing something. I actually love it. Maybe it's because I've gotten smarter, maybe it's because I've gotten lazier, but I want people to tell me to stop doing something. Why? Because it means I have less to do. I have fewer tasks on my list. Now, I am not one to shirk responsibility. I know what the things are that I need to do, and I always do that and then some. But I think that as busy professionals, a lot of times we take this idea of what we should be doing to the extreme. And we start doing way more things or expect ourselves to do way more things than we actually need to. And what is the result of that? Well, everybody else gets to go home and enjoy their glass of wine and watch Netflix while you get to stay in the office trying to get it all done. So, unless your goal is to work yourself to death or spend all your time in your business, it's time to take a totally different approach. And that approach is you need to figure out how to fire yourself. In my management training, I would always advise my clients to find one thing that they could fire themselves from every single week. Now, sometimes that might be a little easier said than done because most people don't believe or don't recognize the things that they shouldn't be doing. So here's a very quick, easy way to figure out what you can fire yourself from. First of all, make 2 lists. The first list should be things that you do regularly or that end up on your task list that you just hate doing. The second would be a list of the same types of things, but the things that you're really bad at doing. And between those 2 lists, you should be able to find something that you can fire yourself from. And firing yourself either means you delegate it or it's okay to just get rid of it altogether. Now, if you can't find anything to fire yourself from those 2 lists, then you've got one more way you can look at this. And that is, look at the tasks that you transfer from day to day to day because you never get them done. And just delete it. Fire yourself from that and feel no guilt about it whatsoever. Because don't kid yourself. If you've had a task on your list for, let's say, 3 weeks and you haven't done it, there's a high likelihood it's just not that important. So every single week you need to look at what you can fire yourself from so that you can give other people the opportunity to take on other responsibility, or you just get rid of it altogether and you get rid of the guilt. It's proven that the task list of any busy professional is one of the most stressful things that they look at every single day because that thing never gets smaller, it always gets added to, and most of the time it's full of things that you just would rather not do. So in order to get yourself focused, then you've got to get rid of those things and start to fire yourself every single week. It will bring focus, and a smaller task list also makes you feel much more successful every single day. And your brain is looking for ways to make you successful. So help it out, fire yourself, and stop doing some of those other things. In the meantime, of course, continue to laugh a lot and learn a lot.